Hello there, my sweet cherry pies. Howdy there, partner. You know, there are a lot of things I want to show you. For example, this Chad has bought CUC01's dumping pressure that happened this month of September. So a wallet that sacrificed $3.5 million into PulseX with no expectations. Put $3.5 million. Now, I haven't tracked where he got that $3.5 million from. It could have been a fluke from Hex early days. I don't know. Now, what this person did, his last 3 digits of his wallet is CO1. So I named it CUC01. Why? He booked a minus 72% loss, rotated it into another coin, and he is exiting the 60 billion out of PulseX. Now, what's happened now is a Chad has been buying all of his blood. You can actually see the buys right here. 11K, 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 13K, 13K. So this Chad, right, could even be Hexaline Pulsar. You never really know. It could be anybody. A Chad or a Chadette has been buying it. And it's actually fascinating because you're wondering, if CUC01 made the price go down, how come this person buying doesn't make it go up? It's because when these people exit, they dump it all at once. Right? You've seen that famous stock market saying, we go up in a staircase, we take down the elevator. That's what's been happening here. Now, before people scoop up things, they like to take their time. And it makes sense because as a rational actor, you're like, well, I know I'm not going to get rich overnight on average. So if I'm buying the blood, what if there's an off chance this person knows something? Okay, so and we also have natural fear. We're always like, oh, they must know something, must know something. No. All they know is they have tiny, wincy, little sultana balls. It's not like they have any special information most of the time. Yes, there are times when they do, but in the long run, the fundamentals are still strong. So this Chad has been buying the blood of CUC01. And I think it's important to know this right now. I don't know how CUC01 got the money, remember, but I'm just saying lottery winners often go broke. You often see this in crypto. A lot of people, they'll make a lot and they'll lose a lot. And your odds of survival for round tripping, they're actually pretty good. I mean, they're very high in crypto. Historically, we don't know, right? This next cycle might come into question. But historically, you got the stats, round tripping is okay. The problem is when they fondle their soap in the shower, okay? They're looking at their little willy. They're fondling and they're fondling. It's like a bar of soap and they just keep dwindling at a rate. So they're like, okay, I'll take a loss here to go try to buy this other thing that goes up 20% and then I'll try and make it back in a 5x. Now, here's the thing. I've seen these people on their first move, it works. But then it doesn't stop there, okay? It doesn't stop there, friends. Once you take a bite of that cherry, you keep taking a bite, of course. I wanted to let you know, friends, that you deserve a music pump. These people, friends, God bless their souls, man. They need a lot of prayers because the worst thing that could ever happen to you after you sell a strong core altcoin, the worst thing is that other thing you rotate into actually starts going inside because you get fooled by randomness because you think you're going to kill it from there on. Actually, what happens is 150 trades later and all the slippage, you've dwindled away. Now, of course, there are success stories. There are. But for every one success story, there's 25 people don't make it. You read about them in Coinfessions Direct, okay? So I wanted to show you this, that, yeah, with all the sellers, there are people who are just buying and taking the other side. Because, these people aren't in a world of pain now. They're happy to take the other side. And, of course, you know why this is important, friends? Because you're going to see this time and time again. Get ready for 2024. A coin's going to move for the day or the week, and then the narrative is going to be all focused on them. And narrative meaning influencer channels who are there for entertainment and not actually enriching you or helping you to get smarter, more experience. Okay, these entertainment channels, what they're going to be doing is farming the engagement from the pump. Okay, so in their mind, they're like, well, if this ecosystem coins up 500%, and I get my followers in, I farm all those 500% lovers, so that community, they come in. That's one bonus. Another bonus is the people in the ecosystem, if you cover it straight away, you know what they'll do, friends? I'm not joking, right? So if a coin's up 500% and they'll talk about it, and then it'll go up like another 22% over the next like 3 days. The influencers, all of them would immediately claim victory. And they always say, I told you guys, look, we started covering it early. See, it's up. Our followers are making money. That's what they say, okay? But it's either disingenuous or they're just flat out lying, because this momentum chasing strategy statistically gets wrecked. I know it sounds crazy. You're like, wait a minute. You telling me you wait for a confirmation of momentum and then actually on average you lose? Yes, I know. It's crazy, right? Buying in the depression is actually the one that wins. And guess what? If you believe that it's the hardest thing to do, it makes sense that it gives you the highest reward because you're dealing with a lot of pain. Like I said, Mr. Market kicks you in the nuts. Then he brings out Mrs. Market. She slaps you in the face and then she gets her stilettos and stomps on your nuts too, okay? So these are the types, this is the trial by fire you have to go through. That's why you get the highest rewards, friends. If it was as easy, look, I'm telling you now, if it was as easy as just buying momentum, friends, do you think I want to sit here and just get crushed all day? No. If it was as easy as buying momentum, all you got to do is just put a moving average or a super trend on literally every single coin, okay? And then you just got to ping it and set me an alert. Once this crosses up this super trend, all right, focus all on that attention. It's not as easy as that. There are, number one, fake outs. Number two, you also find when you're leading ecosystem coin procs or flips that super trend, many of the meme coins and altcoins, they're hyper reactive. Okay, they've gone up a lot already. So you're going to only remember, because of anchoring bias, you're going to remember the times when it worked. But when you're not going to remember is those times, all those times trying to do that absolutely got crushed. It happened with Solana, maybe Bonk, that doggy meme coin. Okay, look, once the fizz is done, friends, once it all fizzles out, you'll see exactly what I mean over and over again. And then you're like, you look at these other stuff, you're like, man, now you see, friends, it doesn't matter what the fundamentals are. It really doesn't. It matters the price, okay? Now, of course, fundamentals do matter, but I know Warren Buffett will say, go with strong fundamentals because on average, your terrible prices, you'll get rewarded for them, okay? That's what he's going to say. But, okay, how did Warren start? Cigar butt investing, where he basically goes, you know what? Your company used to be worth $100 million. Now the market says it's $5 million. But actually, I've done the maths. You guys are undervalued. You should actually be 15 million. All right? Yeah, you aren't going back to 100 million, but you shouldn't even be this cheap. So he gets in, books his 2 or 3x for the year, and he just keeps compounding it. So that's actually cigar butt investing. Now, to get into the big leagues where you have an elephant gun looking for elephants, he learned of Charlie Munger to flip his mindset. He's like, look, man, you got to look for like long 10-year growth stuff. But for you and I, friends, I mean, we wouldn't have to worry about that, okay? Because we don't have liquidity issues. None of us have liquidity issues at all, okay? Warren Buffett's got to like try dunk in $2.5 billion without anybody taking note, okay? But, you know, it's interesting. Warren, in his spare time, he does participate and punt. Not many people know this. So he might have like $1 million account and his goal is to like, you know, I want to try turn this into 10 million. He will actually do that, and he'll make like 50. He's making like 50% per year. Okay, so he gives some hints about that, but he just obviously won't talk about the poopy coins, the poopy stocks that he's looking. Like he'll look through random stuff, like for example, Korea. He bought like Korea train stocks, random things like that. Okay, it's like reliving his youth. I guess it could be the same as like someone who's like a Bitcoin OG who's made a lot of money. He like comes into like Ethereum dogcoin land and just wants to punt, okay? So isn't it fascinating to see how the cycle keeps repeating, okay? But I've got to reiterate to you, okay? The losing strategy is to chase Solana and its ecosystem coins because it's already moved. You're going to get wrecked if you do that. There are too many ecosystems now. Yes, in the past, when it wasn't so easy to mint coins, mint logos, mint communities, mint things that look like mint white papers, that's what they were back then. It wasn't even a real community. The competition's more fierce now. So you even know this, when Elon Musk says a word, there's like 10 different meme factories. They'll just copy paste whatever word he says and try to get a meme thing going on. Okay, so that's the important part to think about, because now if an ecosystem is mooning, look at why it's mooning, and you'll often find a product. Guess what? If it is a product, every other system is going to just copy paste it, just fork it over. All right, yeah, if it's GMX with perpetual trading, or if it's like a meme coin with a twist, or an NFT market, or whatever it is, social finance, you saw that time and time again. it sucks because what it means is in the olden days, okay, cycle 1 and 2 for crypto and even cycle 3, if someone made a coin and the narrative popped up, you would have everybody focusing on that narrative for, I guess, 2, 3, 4 weeks, 2 months. But now you don't. Now, as soon as anybody gets a whiff of success, the fangs come out, friends. The competition comes out. Everybody says, what are they doing? Okay, let's copy paste it. You remember with Friendtech, I'm still chatting on Friendtech to my baby doll Colt in there. Okay, but you saw with Friendtech, there was like this avalanche, snow theme, trash thing called like stars. And there were people on like Twitter, these grifters like, hey, I made $10 million in the last bull market, but sign up to stars. I've made like $600 so far. So these types of people just throwing out these confusing signals to you because you're like, wait a minute, $600? You made 10 million in the last cycle. How are you going in for $600? And it's a clone of Friendtech, which is an experimental social finance. You get to see it gets very confusing, friends, but now you know why, okay? It's because people just wait. You know, it's crazy. We got to the point, there's an oversupply of developers. I know it's crazy to hear that, but yeah, it is. It's an oversupply of developers, marketers, people playing with their willies, just doing nothing all day. What are they waiting for? The price. All they're waiting for. They're waiting for Bitcoin's price and Ethereum to keep going up. And then someone who's on the ball wins with the idea. You know, for example, Friendtech, there were like probably 100 ideas that out there that tried, no one cared, didn't work. But this was the one that chose the one. And then people hop onto it straight away. That's competition, man. There's nothing else you can do. So like that's why I said to you, this whole post was the losing strategy is to chase those Solana coins. But the winning strategy is to accumulate ecosystems that you think can do well in the next 18 months. You can tell most of Twitter and YouTube, they are frauds because they're all focused on Solana moving. I'm telling you right now, friends, as soon as it's retraced, it's going to be beep, beep. You know that heartbeat monitor? Beep, beep, beep. Guess who's going to be posting and making videos like a madman saying, you're all cucks. I told you. That Solana rally was to exit because the VCs are dumping on your face. They were embarrassed by Soy Bankman-Fried. He stuck a cucumber down his throat and he liked it too much. Now he's in jail sucking on everybody else's cucumber. They are embarrassed. They hang around water coolers. They are VCs' friends. Vulture scam. Okay? Vulture capital. Do not trust them. The only reason they're able to get these channels and these loud voices out is because they're paying to get it leveraged up there. Use these prices. They are a gift when they come. If you are trapped in that ecosystem, it is a gift. It's not an entitlement that we're going to go flip Ethereum, okay? And by the way, I can't hope it does, because if it does, that means there's an alt mania everywhere. Because if Solana does it, then everyone goes, uh-oh, that means everybody else can, okay? But that's La La Land thinking, okay? So don't bank on that just 100% happening, all right? You know, look, why do people do this, okay? Look, it's because they don't have the balls to buy in depression, and instead they just want to buy a higher low dip to get a leverage trade on. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you right now exactly what I mean, because this might get a bit confusing here and there. Okay, now, effectively what I mean is, okay, so, you know, you can look at, for example, like XRP, right? XRP, okay, I'm not saying to buy XRP, but this is depression, right? This is depression. But what the cucks want to do, friends, is, look, they really are cucks, okay? They really are cucks. It's a losing strategy, okay? It's a loser's strategy, or it's a diversification yield type of strategy, which is like, well, yeah, I made like 18% this year, and the S&P 500 only got 2%, so I'm winning. It's that type of mentality. I know you're not here for that. I'm not here for that, okay? Because crypto can go to zero tomorrow. There is no such thing as playing for these single-digit gains, okay? So what are they actually playing for? Well, when it gets depressing, like really depressing, we're buying, aren't we? Here. We're just buying. Okay, we're hoping for the pop. Okay, they're not buying, friends. What they're doing is they're watching it go down, and then they watch this. Okay, what they want to do is they want to get in here. All right, and see what I'm drawing here. These dots, that's the moving average. Okay, so they want to get in, play for this move, get out here, and that's what they want to do. Okay, that's exactly the type of move that they're playing for. So they're not playing for this. Hey, let's get in, like my friend Somi. Let's just risk it all, man. It can all go to zero. Let's just see where we are when Bitcoin's 80, 100, or 120K. Let's just see. Okay, that was what I did last cycle. I thought everybody did that. Truth is, not everyone actually does do that. I thought everybody did that, friends, because when I came in and I wasn't watching YouTubers and I wasn't on Twitter, I concluded from the charts. So me, Peanut Brain, thought, okay, I guess everybody knows this, and this is just the way to do it. Then I come and speak to people, and I'm like, wait a minute. You guys are seeing the same charts I am, but none of you are actually doing it. So that's where it changes. So, why does it get like this, friends? I'll tell you why. Okay, look, I know why, all right? Firstly, enjoy this peppy with this cat, all right? But this is the truth, okay? The truth is, these strategies that I just showed you, all right, they seem logical. Remember, seem logical, okay? They seem logical to build your house one brick at a time, okay? But unfortunately, these statistics show 95% of people who do this end up as ghosts in a graveyard. These are not words from me. This is from 100 plus years of stock market data and markets and everything else, okay? Markets are not linear. They're not linear, all right? And the winners aren't linear. Yes, there is that one mathematical freak out there from hedge fund wizards or market wizards who hasn't had a down month, I think in like 28 years or something. Forget that freak of nature, friends. We're never going to be like that freak weirdo, okay? Most of the time, it's non-linear, which means you're part of the cycle, which means your losses suck, but it's actually not about your losses because everybody gets hit in the ring, okay? What matters is those hits you do take. Do you make that hit count? Can you knock out the other guy, okay? Whoever's in the ring. So same thing with markets and investing. They say, it's not about taking the losses and stuff because you find out everybody's kind of 50-50 with their ideas. It's about how hard can they win when they win. That's why we look for things like high probability, right? Can you have a cult? Because, hey, if you have a portfolio and you're split evenly everywhere and you're like, wait, man, these things are freaking cult, man. If these things drop again, these guys are yelling at everybody to buy, so you don't have to be equally weight 10% everywhere. You might go, okay, shave 2% of 9 coins and then add 18% to that coin. You know what I mean? That's what you can end up doing. You toggle your weight and start to shift it to what you think have the high probability bets. And prices down means cheaper. So we don't do that, friends. Obviously, you should, is what I do. As the prices go down, I pyramid buy harder. No one does that. Okay, that's what winners do. That's why 5% of people win. The 95%, as it goes up, use pyramid hump. Okay, as it goes up, as it pumps, you just go, you know what? That $3,000, I think I can find another $30,000 to put in now. Yeah, but it's 10x higher. You don't want to do that, okay? I don't want to be buying Pulse like 6x above day one stack, right? I just don't want to be touching it there. Other people are going to be super convicted on Chainlink when it's $42. They're going to be saying, yeah, $400 is on the cards. I'm like, is it? Yeah, that's my target. I don't know. When's Bitcoin stopping? You know what I mean? You don't want to be caught with your pants down, friends. These people, and trust me, as the bull market comes and they see more noise and they see all their friends and family, they increase their bet size. It's completely the wrong way to play it. All right, I know it's crazy because you're like, man, the FUD is so strong. I know. Habibi, I know. That's why it's winner takes all, okay? That's why you make so much money when you get it right. It's because 19 people sold heaps on the bottom, and then you bought heaps. And then on the way up, they are buying heaps back. And then you are unloading right onto them, okay? Because you are buying from pessimists, and we are offloading to optimists, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget, we're still going to make it, friends. Catch you soon.